tourism, particularly for the economical benefits and social. It is not, we cannot say by the tourism is only giving the only economical aspects. It's not only one reason. So these are the many reasons are there for the development of the tourism in their country. So here most of the countries are the following the following the and the industry development for the financial, economical, social, cultural aspects. As in understand, because one country is depending on the many industries, like so tourism is also one of the most industries they are depending. So there is a logical reasons are there for the attracting the tourist particularly. So here I would like to tell you, most of the countries, most of the countries are depending on the this tourism, and this tourism industry also called as a multi-dimensional tourism. Multi-dimensional uh, benefits are there from the tourism point of view. So because a logical reasons are there, a foreigner tourist or domestic tourism will visit any place, he will be contributed on the dependent industries in the particular region. This is the reason, this is only the reason many countries are sustaining. Do you know, amazing that some countries are very so here, sorry for the interruption. It is one most important contributions are there for tourism. Definitely, some countries, really some of the in the world, most of the 30% of the 30 to 40% of the countries are mostly depending on the tour. They are benefit from the tourism by the tourism understanding. So one reason I tell you now only, a tourist visit any place, he will be contributed, he will be influenced on the dependent sectors of the tourism, because a foreigner will come to the India, so he will travel the many places in our tourism. Simply in the place area, in the areas. Simply it is happened not only simple way. When he is moving from that places, he will be providing the lot of revenue to the, means lot of the economical benefits to the that particular area. I tell you one example, like when we along with the students, we have visited the some places in our Telangana and some places in the Andhra Pradesh also. Like two examples I will tell you. One is the recently UNESCO Heritage Awardee of temple in our Telangana, first ever, UNESCO awardee play destination, that is the Ramappa, very world famous temple it is. Now it is world famous. It happened the world famous because when it is recognized by the UNESCO Heritage List, so that is the spread the this name of the Ramappa total to the throughout the world. So here one question will arise: What are the benefits? What are the benefits by the from this kind of way? Means there is a much of that benefits are there, like social benefits, cultural benefits, economical benefits, many benefits also there. And I will take the two places. I will come back to the two places that when we visited the Ramappa, on the place of the area, there is some sectors, some of the local people really sustaining by the on the tourism only, because it is the one of the pilgrimage place. It is one of the place which attracts lots, most of the 300, more than 300 tourists or visitors will visit that particular Ramappa. So here, very few of the foreigners I know, and those visitings, they will not only visiting the temple, so they will also spend the time eating of any food there. Any ఎందుకు ఇస్తా తర్వాత నేను ఫినిష్ చేస్తాను. So they are depending on the hotel industries particularly. So they most of the families are depending on the sustaining on the by the visiting the tourists and sustaining their businesses. Not only that, the transportation services are also providing the local people by the autos, by the cars. Tourists also utilizing the services. So it is indirectly what happening, indirectly it is happening on the local economy, because some families are depending on the this industry. So it is happening by the so many years. So how can a families are sustaining by the only the activities of the tourism only. So when the tourists will come to the particular area, they will be they will be sustaining, they will be benefit by the industry. So this is only example, not only these transportation facilities, hotel industries, and local guide. Some guides also sustaining by the this industry. So it is understand that what are the influence are happening in the particular area. So this is same example also happening to the Argu Valley. Argu Valley also totally it is sustaining by the some tribes also. Most of the types of the families are involved and providing the much of the services to the tourists, and they're indirectly their benefit from the such activities. So even though providing the lodging, providing the rooms, providing the some facilities, providing the some food and beverage services, it is indirectly influenced by the that particular area. So here, this countries are concentrating on the development of the tourism. But how can development of tourism happen? Means some activities, some actions are required of the particular area. So people, when tourists are coming to the particular area, if you have the facilities there, if you have the transportation facilities, it is not influence of the revisiting to the particular places. And the negativity also go to the of the other people. They cannot come again they cannot come to the this area for the as a tourist. So here, government are also providing the such infrastructures also there. So means most of the accommodation facilities, most of the transportation facilities, most of the amenities are required, and some guide services, some security services, and some minimum requirements also providing of the particular area. So this is influencing, this is happened by the attracting of the tourists. In some countries, India, even India, providing these facilities, and also some countries also development of the components of the tourism, components of the tourism, their influence of the lot, their influence of the lot. What are the components actually? What are the components we can tell? The components that experts are tell that components are the 5 A's. 5 A's we call as a components. So how can that influence? You can understand easily. You can understand easily that components are 5 A's are like accessibility, amenities, attraction, accommodation, and the advertisements also. So this is we call as a components we call. And also I will explain why we call them as a components. Because these are the basic facilities are required facilities in the particular destination. Understand? So this if without these uh, components, a tourism cannot sustain long time in the particular area, because this is the reason that we call as a component. Essential component simply, my dear students, to understand it is very easy. It is very most important, crucial aspects of the tourism industry. So that we call as a, accessibility is one of the most important. But we have to understand in depth what are the, how can comparability also we have to understand. I will tell you an example. What is the significance of the accessibility? Means when the the globalization has happened in the world, from that world is totally changed. World is totally changed. So when the some bigger companies are came, and they are also providing the some mm, infrastructure facilities. They are assisting for the development of the infrastructure facilities. So this kind of the accessibility is also most important of the particular, reaching the particular place is important. So earlier conditions, present conditions, total difference. Total difference. I tell you, the influence of the globalization also happened on the transportation. Accessibility. This is also called as accessibility. So why this five A's calling as a components means without these uh, without these components, a sector cannot flourish. They cannot bright in the particular area. So most of the governments are trying, most of the countries are trying for the development of the this kind of components. Understand? So one is accessibility. Accessibility is a one kind of the access means to moving the particular area place. That is a we call as a accessibility. When a place have the good condition, good to the providing the facility, providing the like transportation facilities, that will be place will be attract some more tourists of the particular area, because without transportation how can a tourist come to the particular area? So it is possible not. So just for this, I will give you one example of the Telangana. Like two things I will tell you. One is a Bogota is there a waterfall in Telangana, and also Bhupalpalli Jayashankar district situated, and also Medara. Samaka Saralama Jatara is also one of the most important. So how these are the very important for the how these are the accessibility has played the vital role in the tourism components. Means without accessibility, how can we expect the development of the tourism of particular area? We cannot expect the momentum, tourist momentum to reach to the particular area is the most important. So without coming tourist, it is not possible development of the tourism. So that is the reason, after the globalization, after the development of the infrastructure of the particular areas, a rocket speed has developed in the motor sector. Yes, it is true. So in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even though 90s to the 2000 up to 2000. So what are the development of facilities in the transportation? Means accessibility. They cannot has a good conditions of the infrastructure of the particular area. They cannot move to any place to another place generally. So when you provide the accessibility facilities, a tourist will reach it easily to the particular area. Means providing the any kind of way. We have the number of types of transportation accessibility facilities are there, like those we call as a, we will be categorized them as a three categories. Like one is a, the railway transportation, air transportation, and land transportation. Very simple format we can call. And in the land, has the subsectors also there. So why these are all providing means it is the accessibility for the essentiality for the promotion of the tourism, development of the tourism. Because why the governments are trying, why governments are doing the some activities for the particular area means promotion or development of the tourism is one of the most important. So without providing the accessibility facilities, without providing the some infrastructure facilities, how can we expect the next day for the of the development of the tourism of the particular area? So this is the government has thinking very seriously, and they involved to the promote the bringing the some inserting the some transportation facilities, accessibility facilities. So we have the number of accessibility facilities are there, like water transportation accessibility, and air transportation accessibility, and water accessibility. Some this kind of facilities are there. So by that they want to provide of the particular facilities, then tourism will grow and understand. So means it is take the one kind of idea. How can a place will be changed by the tourism? Means when a place want to change, a place want to change, they should follow the they should follow the promotion of the particular aspects like infrastructure facilities, and that will be indirectly promotion of the tourism particular area. And understand, this is the reason I'm telling you, uh, there is a much accessibility facilities will provide you. Like some places are very highly growing because of the accessibility facilities. Some places are very more much of the attraction facilities, but though are not uh, in the good conditions. Like, means they are they come with their, and they should also take the some kind of the insects, like they much of the facilities provide, it's very easy to reach the particular area. That is the reason accessibility played the vital role. Whatever the type of what are the facilities they are providing, that is secondary thing. But earlier you should have an idea on the accessibility facilities. This is also one of the most important. And another components of the here is we call as a accommodation. Accommodation is a simply format. Accommodation is a simply format we call as a hotel lodging facilities. So, what are the significance of the hotel and lodging or any hospitality services? Means it is so important because, for example, I will tell you. So, I will tell you example. It is happening before us. Means it is also understand influence of the influence of the particular area and understand. One example I will tell you, like accessibility. The accessibility and attractions and advertisements and some components are there. That components we call as a essentialities for any way. Understand, like from the beginning we have to think on the how these are the influence are happening of the particular area. Understand? So how to promote the remaining things for the promotion of the particular area. So this is called as a principle of the tourism principles and management also available in the areas. So this is the reason these components are the most important understand. So it is a direct influence aspect of the water and remaining also uh, arranged by the particular governments for the development of the area. So this is a reason to understand. And second is also happening earlier. They will be. 1 minute. What happening then? Ah, so here that these components are the essentialities of understanding. Accessibility is there, and accommodation also most important. Accommodation is the one kind of the like rooms available for the particular area. So one expert has tell that on the tourism that a tourism a place want to shine, you should must staying of the particular tourist in the particular area at least 2 days. One, if you stop the tourist or the particular area for staying at least 1 day or 2 days, so indirectly the tourism by shining of the particular area. Means first of all, how can we stop them? So we are also earlier from the earlier, and also I'm taking to the particular area for the correctioning of the themes. This is also one happen. Uh, So here, dear students, we also discussed it because this is also basic to understand. We are not continuously like it's not. It is also better to the interaction is the most important, dear students. So whatever you are telling you, whatever I am giving you information, that should be understandable to the students because there will be much. of the discussions also there. So from the from the yeah, from that, so they are also asking on the this kind of. So here, one tourism experts telling that Jitendra Mohan as telling that uh, okay, uh, yes, Ah, yes. The noise is very high. No, no. So this is students. So we will in-depthly, very one by one, we will discuss, and then we will. Participants is the most important in the class, and by the annual, by the online or offline, it is different. But we have to understand systematically, and basics are the most important. So what we are the discussing like components, they are absolutely the important aspects. So these I also take the example like Argu Valley, and then one destination is also here. So they are all influenced systematically for attracting the tourists. So this is today's my dear friends. Further we will discuss. Then as per schedule we have to discuss. Okay. Tomorrow we will